In this episode, we are summarizing the first episode from Season 2 of the Wire series titled Ebb Tide. The episode first aired on June 1st, 2003. In the beginning, McNulty embarks on his new assignment with the Baltimore Police Department's Marine Unit, but he can't help but grumble about the bone-chilling cold to his partner, Claude Diggins. Their routine takes an unexpected turn when they receive a distress call from a ship that's experiencing engine trouble while hosting a lively party. The party's organizer, resorting to bribery, convinces McNulty to tow them out of the shipping lanes but keep them afloat. The following day, McNulty stumbles upon a fresh corpse in the harbor with broken legs. Homicide Detective Ray Cole is assigned to the case. He meets with McNulty by the shore. McNulty pays a visit to his former homicide unit in search of Bunk Moreland, where he also crosses paths with Sergeant Lance. McNulty is again determined to prove his theory about the body dumping location. So he meticulously studies harbor tides and charts, drafting a comprehensive report that he promptly faxes to the county homicide unit. Rawls and Landsman quickly become aware of McNulty's involvement when the case is returned to them. Back at the headquarters, the homicide detective Bunk pays McNulty a visit at the docks, seeking his assistance in locating witness Omar Little for the upcoming trial of Marquise Bird Hilton, a Barksdale soldier suspected of having murdered William Gant. While there, he encounters Lieutenant Daniels, his former commander of the disbanded Barksdale detail, who now manages the evidence room. Bunk and Daniels engage a conversation regarding Bird's impending trial. To Bunk's dismay, he discovers that his evidence has gone missing. Determined to recover it, Daniels insists on thoroughly searching the entire basement. Later that evening, Bunk meets McNulty at a bar, once again imploring him to help locate Omar, but their efforts prove fruitless. As we catch up with Frank Sabatka, the stevedores Union Secretary-Treasurer engages in a meeting with Nat Coxon, a fellow union leader who expresses his frustration regarding the dilapidated state of the Baltimore Granary Pier. Despite facing criticism from his colleagues, such as Thomas Horseface Pacuza and Ott, for enduring verbal abuse, Frank takes it lightheartedly. During his interaction with his nephew Nick Sabatka, Frank discovers that Nick has recently resumed work after a 2-week absence. Frank instructs Nick to approach a person known as the Greek regarding an upcoming container delivery. Another dock worker, Ziggy, is said to have misplaced a container, leading Frank to dismiss him from his duties. However, it is revealed that Ziggy is Frank's own son. One morning, Nick is awoken by his mother's loud knocking on the ceiling of their basement residence. She reprimands him for oversleeping on a day when a ship is expected. Ziggy, on the other hand, sleeps on the sofa. Nick heads outside to meet with the Greeks and coincidentally encounters his friend Johnny 50. As they lament the scarcity of job opportunities for young stevedores, Ziggy catches up with them. Reluctantly, Nick allows Ziggy to accompany them to a meeting with the Greek. Ziggy, in his characteristic manner of talking excessively, offends Sergei, a Ukrainian driver, by mistakenly referring to him as Boris. The meeting revolves around a container that the Greek intends for Sergei to transport away from the docks. Nick relays the details to Frank and Horseface, assuring them that their share will remain unchanged. Upon Nick's arrival, the local dock police officer, Beatty Russell, jokingly inquires about his current thieving endeavors. Later, Frank and Horseface express disappointment when Sergei leaves the container unattended on the dock for several hours. Upon their insistence, Sergei finally departs with the container. Frank promptly orders the container to be returned to its designated location within the stack. Remember, I am summarizing this entire series as well as other popular works of literature, movies, and TV shows as well. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the next episode or series. If you would like to see the playlist of our summaries, click on the link in the description. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. If you find our content valuable, consider supporting us on Patreon if you can. Doing this helps my channel out tremendously. I thank you for your support. Eventually, Officer Russell unintentionally stumbles upon the Greek's container and notices a broken customs seal. She crawls inside and discovers a hidden compartment in the back, containing the bodies of more than a dozen young women. The stevedores gather around as the police arrive at the scene. Frank is profoundly shocked to learn about the presence of women within the container. In the world of the Barksdale organization, Bodie Brodus embarks on a significant journey alongside his partner in crime, Shamrock, as they set their sight on Philadelphia. Their mission involves collecting a vehicle from a parking garage, which Bodie subsequently drives to a discreet side street garage. Here, the car undergoes a meticulous process of being dismantled. However, Bodie's fury is ignited when he discovers the absence of any narcotics within the vehicle. Anxiety overcomes him as he contemplates the need to inform his superiors about this unexpected turn of events. Meanwhile, Stringer Bell, the authoritative figure steering the organization, in Avon Barksdale's absence, directs Bodie and Shamrock to return to Baltimore promptly and report to the funeral home. Demonstrating his keen attention to detail, Stringer ensures that both Bodie and Shamrock adhered to their assigned schedules and accurately documented their mileage. He proceeds to conduct separate interrogations to ascertain whether any opportunity for theft arose during their operation. As a surprising revelation, Stringer divulges that he had the two men closely surveilled throughout the entire trip by Tank and a recently returned soldier named Country. Later on, Bodie is observed establishing his own drug distribution crew on a street corner reminiscent of the territory previously commanded by D'Angelo Barksdale. Engaged in the management of his new enterprise, Bodie diligently monitors his inventory and engages in discussions with his second-in-command, Puddin', regarding resupply arrangements from a dealer known as Mo Man. In a different context, Stringer pays a visit to Avon, who is currently serving time in prison. Their conversation revolves around a potential delivery connection in New York involving an individual named Roberto. Regrettably, this connection failed to deliver the anticipated product that Bodie was sent to collect. Stringer's shrewd use of surveillance allowed him to scrutinize the loyalty and reliability of those under his command, leading him to identify New York as the source of the problem. Seeking counsel, Avon advises Stringer to assertively demand the product they are owed. Delving deeper into Avon's experience behind bars, Stringer inquires about the state of his sentence. Avon astutely remarks that in reality, he only serves 2 days, the day he entered prison and the day he will be released. Continuing his efforts to navigate the intricate web of the drug trade, Stringer later engages in a meeting with a contact based in New York. Here he receives the news of Roberto's arrest, along with assurances that his funds will be returned. However, the suppliers from New York express apprehension in dealing with Stringer moving forward, as Avon's arrest and relatively lenient sentence raise concerns about the possibility of his cooperation with law enforcement authorities in the end. That was episode number 14, titled Ebb Tide. To watch the next or previous episode summary, click on the link in the description or at the end of this video. In the description, you will also find additional links for supporting our channel. I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.
We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos. See you on the next episode of Culture Screen.